Good morning, my friends, and it is time once again for the Morning Mindset edition of the Live, Build, Change podcast. My name is Kerry Green. I'm just your regular guy who is excited to love the Lord, my God, with all my heart, all my soul, all my mind, and all my strength. And I know that every morning I've got to do what it takes to get my mind right, to get myself aligned, and I'm hopeful that I can take you along on this journey with me, because this daily morning mindset is a thing I believe we all need. So I encourage you, make this a part of your day. Hey, we were talking about wisdom last time we were together on the morning mindset, and we've been looking at the book of Proverbs to understand, first of all, what wisdom is, and then secondly, some of the wise principles that are shared there. Chapter 11 of the book of Proverbs starts out with this verse: "A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight." Now, do you understand the cultural illustration that's being given here? A false balance. See, back in their day, they would often trade things, trade grain for an animal or animal for a grain, something like that. And they would weigh out the amount of grain that was being sold or being bartered. And a scale would be used. And balances were the way that they weighed things back then, a balance scale. And a false balance would be one that is set such that the person who is using the scale is actually getting an advantage in the transaction. So see what I mean? It's like the scale has been tipped in their direction to give them a little more money for what they're selling, because they're really not selling quite as much as it looks like they are. And this proverb says a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. Now, just meaning fair, just meaning true and right. And so you see, the point here is not really only about weighing out grain or representing something rightly. The point is about honesty. The point is about integrity. You could just as easily say a person without integrity is an abomination to the Lord, but a person with integrity is his delight. See, what is integrity? Well, integrity, it comes from the root word integrated, same sort of a root. And it means something that is exactly what it seems to be, all woven together of one fiber. You see, and when you have integrity in the way that you deal with people, what they see is what they get. Who you are is who you present yourself to be. You're not hiding your failings or your foibles. You're not trying to be something you're not. You're just being honest about who you are and what you can bring to the table in any given situation. It's kind of funny, but it comes to my mind when I was a kid. There would always be that kid in your classroom or in your neighborhood who was always bragging about the kinds of things that they did or could do. And you would kind of get this feeling after a while that they're not telling you the whole story, that some of these things that they're saying that they're able to do, they really can't do. You can just tell by the way that it's going, you see, and that causes you to kind of withdraw from that person. And what God is saying here is he does not want any of his people to be that kind of a person. He wants you to be rightly represented to the people around you. It means being honest. It means being open. It means being transparent. And he's saying he delights in that, because that really flows out of a sense of humility, a sense of knowing who you are, who God's made you to be, and where you're at in your growth curve. So I want to encourage you this morning, my friends. Think about this day and the people you'll be around. What can you do to be a person of integrity, a person who does not portray something false, but a person who portrays what is right, what is just, what is true about yourself and about the circumstances you're involved in? Thanks for taking the time to be a part of the Morning Mindset this morning. Be sure and share this with someone who you know could benefit from this morning mindset reset from livebuildchange.com.